don't know how it's happened, but I'm actually finding myself feeling more annoyed today about the result against Nottingham Forest and the performance more so, to be honest, than I was yesterday after the game. After the game, I was obviously annoyed and a bit fed up, but I felt quite just deflated and almost like I just felt very detached from it all. But I'm actually finding myself quite annoyed today and very angry over what unfolded at West Ham. I think I will get to the video, by the way, in a minute. This is just I just need to get this off my chest. I think that what we saw yesterday was kind of like it epitomised the season, and I don't blame Graham Potter, right, for the position that we're in as a football club at the moment. I don't think anybody can. It's not fair. You can't say that the reason we are where we are is because of Graham Potter. That's definitely not the case. And as I've said before many times this channel, I feel like we have seen improvements under Graham Potter since he's been here. I do see a better team under him than we did under Lopetegui, and I will stand by that. I think it's clear just by looking at the results. Okay, certainly not enough wins and things like that. Points have been crap, but we haven't taken any hammer-ins. We've always been in games, and it's always been quite fine margins. But that being said, my confidence levels in Graham Potter have taken a dent. There's no two ways about it. And I feel like that's happened in a couple of games recently. The first one was the Tottenham game, which I thought was really disappointing how we played and how we went about our business in such a big game against a team that have been so bad this season and obviously a rival. And we're at home, and I just felt that we didn't show any appetite to beat them, which I thought was really disappointing. I've got to admit that left me feeling very deflated. And I felt it more so actually against Nottingham Forest, not because I felt that they were there for the taking. I don't think they were that great, but they weren't certainly there for the taking. They were deserving of the 3 points overall. But it's just the manner about how we went about things. You know, we've just come off the back of a win against Manchester United, a hugely morale boosting lift for everybody. We're going into the final home game of the season. We're safe from relegation. You know, nothing really to play for other than pride and climbing the table and making sure that we finish above Spurs and Manchester United. I've always sort of seen those occasions as great chances to. We saw it against last season with David Moyes in charge when he get a few of the academy lads out there, give them a couple of debuts, just make it a bit of a carnival feel to it. You know, all right, look, it's been a crap season, so it's not as if we're going to be all jumping around singing and shouting, but still you can make it more. It was a big occasion anyway because of the fact that we've got these players that are leaving the club that have been fantastic servants for our club for many years. Obviously, Aaron Creswell being the main one, 11 years, you know, now departing. Vladimir Soufal, 5 years, and Fabianski, 7. There was big occasions. I just don't think Graham Potter read the room. I don't know what he was intending in this game. You know, the setup was bizarre. I've said it in my reaction video that I thought that the lineup was lazy. Reminded me of a sort of FIFA. You know, me playing FIFA as a kid. I've won a game, you play next, don't matter, same team, not bothered. I'm not interested in tactics, just play the game. And I felt a bit like that. I'm looking at the team thinking, why would you pick the exact same team that have just played against a Manchester United team that are so bad against a team that are playing Champions League? Also fighting for Champions League football. I'm just, I found it concerning to say the least. I'm annoyed because what this has now done. As I say, I will get to the video in a minute. I promise you. What this has done is what I didn't want to happen. I thought that when Graham Potter came to this club, especially when we saw the early results of him coming in, which was let's say the first game against Aston Villa, we were in the FA Cup. Okay, we lost, but we actually played really well. We looked pretty good, and certainly the first half we played really well. But overall, it was a decent performance. And I thought, but once we've settled down, we'll probably finish around mid-table-ish, and then we can kick on next season. And I felt that if we'd have had a half decent-ish time under Graham Potter now, I felt like the fans would have been more behind him. I thought he would have gone into the summer, but certainly would have had more belief. And I think as well, I think fans would have afforded him some time next season as well. I think not a lot, but I think he'd have had a little bit of leeway. Because what he could have done is said, look, I'm going to clear the decks. I'm going to bring some academy lads through. We're going to go for a period of transition now, but I'm excited by the project. I think fans have been more on board. I think the fact it's been so crap, and yesterday, that's, as I say, epitomised that. I feel like he's sort of wasting his chance, because what it's now meaning is that when we start next season, literally from the first whistle, he's under pressure. Myself included, and every fan's going to be like, well, we want to see results now. We've had enough of the whole, we're building. You know, get on with it. Really disappointed. I thought it was a Disappointing performance from West Ham. I didn't understand the lineup. I'm sick of seeing Jarrod Bowen up front. I don't know when that's going to ever stop, but I'm tired of seeing it because he's just, not having a go at Bowen, but he's not a striker. Come on, he's on the right wing. He's so more effective when he comes off the right wing, and I'm just tired of seeing this stupid. A game like that as well. You got two strikers sitting on the bench. Anyway, I'll save another pot of rant for another time. But yeah, I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. It's wound me up actually. I feel more, as I say, angry today than I did yesterday. Just hoping and praying that we can get a result against Ipswich, or at least it lifts the mood going into the summer. Because I'm tired of this feeling. It's been all season, isn't it? And yesterday was so crap, so crap. So yeah. Anyway, that's enough of me moaning. Graham Potter has made a big decision, it appears, behind the scenes. It's been revealed exclusively by ExWHUEmployee on the West Ham Way Patreon that we are getting a new goalkeeper coach. So I'm just going to read you what X has put out. Graham Potter is looking to add some additional staff to his backroom team going into the new season. One person whose place is under serious threat is Xavi Valero, who's expected to depart at the end of the season. The Spaniard has been at the club since being appointed by Manuel Pellegrini in 2018. He's been the goalkeeping coach throughout David Moyes, Lopetegui's and Potter's spells in charge, whereas most other staff have been moved on when the managers have changed. Xavi is a popular figure around the place and seen his responsibilities increased over time. He was also heavily involved in the recruitment of goalkeepers too, as well as coaching them. So he helped in the recruitment of them. Okay, it's thought that Graham Potter would like to bring in his own man. Who this man is unknown at the moment. However, a person that worked with both Potter and Carl McCauley at Chelsea and Brighton was Ben Roberts. It's thought that Potter would like to work with Ben Roberts again. So it's kind of leaning towards the fact that it's probably going to be Ben Roberts that's coming in as a goalkeeping coach to take over from Xavi. Xavi is highly regarded in coaching circles, and it can be argued that the keepers in recent years have been fairly inconsistent. So a change would be needed, especially at this time when Fabianski is also leaving the club. It's thought that the club could be looking to sign another goalkeeper as well this summer to challenge Areola for the first team spot. So interesting. I mean, I'm look, as much as I've just moaned about Graham Potter, I want to make it really clear. I don't want to see Graham Potter get sacked. I really, we at the end of the day, he's here. I know it's not all been bad. I see improvements at West Ham, but I'm not seeing enough. And I'm just disappointed. I'm flat because it's natural to be disappointed after a defeat. But I'm becoming a little bit exhausted now. The fact that we're now Potter's had half a season in. I'm just disappointed in what we're seeing. I find it very flat, very dull, especially at home. We seem to be so crap at home. I'm just drained from it, But I think that this is positive news. At least at the club now, I want to see the club back Potter. Because if you're gonna bring a guy in and he's saying to you, "This is what I'm going to do. This is my vision of the club," then he needs to be supported. But as I say, the pressure is certainly building on him. Also, I just want to quickly ask a favour. I've mentioned this before. We've got a partnership now with BETMATE. We've got a competition running at the moment. It's for predictions between now and the end of the season. It's completely free to enter. Okay, you haven't got to spend a penny. All you need to do is click on the link below, go to BETMATE, click in the pot code West-Ham-Way-3. It takes you to the league. That's it. You just join it, put your predictions in, done. And if you win, in the competition, you win 50 quid plus a signed Jarrod Bowen shirt. And there's also prizes for second, third, and fourth, which are cash prizes. So go and do it. Free to do so. Also, it really helps us out because we want the sponsorship with them. So for us to do so, we need to be showing numbers and getting people involved. So if you could do us that favour, really appreciate it. And also you get a chance to win a signed Bowen shirt. So there you go. So that's my little plea for you there. Also, if you're not a subscriber, do subscribe and click the like button. Yeah, so look, I'm feeling positive about that. I think that's good news. I like the fact that we are making changes and wanting to improve upon things. I'm certainly, we're talking about Xavi being a popular character at West Ham. Well, I've certainly not been impressed about goalkeeping. I'm going to be honest. Look at yesterday. That distribution from Areola was terrible. Cost us that goal, and it cost us the goal. And I think the game really because they didn't. It wasn't as if Nottingham Forest were amazing yesterday. Do you know what I mean? I went watching the game thinking, Christ almighty, they're miles better than us and we're nowhere near it. It was pretty even from large parts. Boring, drab affair, but it wasn't as if they were battering us, So really annoyed with Areola for that. So look, I'm really pleased that we're looking to make changes, and it looks like Ben Roberts then is likely to be the candidate coming in to replace Xavi as our goalkeeping coach. And it appears that Graham Potter's been fully backed, which is, I think, is a good thing. I want to see Potter getting backed. I don't want to see, at the end of the day, if you're going to get a guy in and go and say, look, this is what he wants to bring to the football club, then you've got to support him and back him all the way and hope this works out. But this, to be honest, this is hope now, isn't it? It is, and it feels a bit like blind faith going into the summer now, because the signs are not good. The evidence is not good on Graham Potter at the moment. The results have not been good enough. I mean, we talk about signings. He needs his own signings. Okay, well, we've already had one signing from Graham Potter, and that's been disastrous in Evan Ferguson. So again, the evidence is not good at the moment. I want to see more. So I know this is a bit rambly, this video, because I'm sort of split minds of thinking about where we are yesterday and how annoyed I am with Potter, but also trying to look forward and be positive as well. And I am feeling positive in terms of that news in regards to the goalkeeping coach, but my word, do we need a win against Ipswich to lift the mood? Because that was a real drab affair yesterday, and I think it's knocked everyone for six and brought us back down, and straight away, typical. So I'm feeling a bit annoyed about that. But anyway, look, that's how I feel about things at the moment. The news, of course, I see as positive. I want to see changes at West Ham wherever it can be at the moment, because things have not been good for quite some time. So Graham Potter is getting rid of our goalkeeping approach and bringing his new one in, which looks like to be Ben Roberts. We'll have some more videos this week. Until then, take care and come on your irons.